Hey yo, what is up everyone? My name is Strike, I do Star Wars, and welcome to Talking Bricks, episode 12. It's been a while, but we're back with some Lego and some good Star Wars conversations. There's a lot to talk about. I'm joined by Maul. Thank you for joining me, and I'm joined by Avela in person. There might be more joining a bit later, but this is where we're starting off with, so yeah. We all got some stuff to build. I know Maul had a poll going on if he was gonna build the Razor Crest or the Brickheads, but yeah, you can see what won. So
Yeah, it's gonna be a big one.
yeah. Well, I'm also tackling something that's not quite small. I'm going to tackle the Phase One Cody bust. And Avela is going to be building of the Brickheads, Wicked and R2D2. So yeah, that's fun. But let's say hi to the chat. Average, what is up, my man?
Like that
Matt,
profile picture.
the Moth himself. We've actually on this channel, people might not know. We've actually all been able to meet the Matt Rissman himself. So yes,
Yeah.
pleasure.
His goatee's very nice in person.
Right, yeah, the goatee in person, yeah, it overshadows his online appearance by far. JT, what's up? What? No hello to us? What the hell? So mean. Um, but yeah, so we're just gonna start building. We'll see if some more join. Yes.
There's no new Lego news for you to
Uh,
tell me about.
there is new Lego news. Yes, we can definitely talk about that.
Let's
I
see,
was
because I'm definitely not up to date.
Yeah, no, I got there. That's why. So the title also is A Bright Future, and that is not just coincidence. There are actually quite a few sets actually that, if they come to fruition the way they sound, it's gonna be quite promising. So, yeah, I mean, we can start off with like one of the sets that's like actually confirmed, which is the Fang Fighter and the TIE Interceptor, which is also, I mean, the thumbnail. That one I'm excited about. We've not had a playset like TIE Interceptor for quite a while. Um, and that one looks really cool. So that was typed before you were in Avela's voice late. Gotcha. No, that's all. Gotcha. No, much love. Okay, I'll open this real quick. A knife, please.
Ooh,
Ooh, we're
get into opening.
got that tape. But yeah, I'm excited for the TIE Interceptor and the Fang Fighter. An interesting thing about that is we see some Fang Fighters in the Mandalorian season 3, but we don't see that encounter. Oh yeah, see, Matt just put it in the chat. The actual fight we never saw in Mando season 3 because they cut it. Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, it really seems that way because why else would Lego make a set based on Fang Fighters fighting TIE Interceptors? So yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I'm not complaining about the set, but but yeah, that is definitely a question to be asked. All right, we got quite a few bags. Okay, seems like we have 5 bags. Oh, the stickers went by.
Just like they should.
Yeah, just like exactly. I've teached you well. Yeah, we got a few stickers. I'm probably not going to apply them, um, but yes, I agree. The set is definitely a must buy. Not only because the TIE Interceptor is a beautiful build, but also I really like the Fang Fighter design. It's like very sleek. And it's honestly just good to have like a 2-in-1 set again. The last one we had was the Darth Vader's TIE Advanced versus A-Wing, which is also a pretty cool one, but it's nice to have that again. And I also really do like the Mando like minifig that's in there. Like the fleet commander, so the guy that like first is in charge of the light cruiser. Hey, Stanley's, what's up? Good to see you. Yes, Stanley's. We're gonna be building. Maul is gonna be building the Razor Crest. I'm gonna be building this helmet, the Cody one, Phase 1, and Avela will build some brickheads without killing my mic. Speaking of mic, attention, attention. This stream is sponsored by the legend. So on the 15th, so in April, it was my 20th birthday, and this mic was actually a gift from Avela's dad and her family. So yes, this stream is sponsored by the legend. Yes. All right. Okay, what do we have here? But oh, nice. You also kind of get like the.
Look at this book.
Oh, yeah, that's a chunky book.
Whoa. Yeah, that's a big one.
Let's go. Yeah, the helmet is not quite as thick. Okay, so first we're really just gonna be building something pretty boring. It's just a box of the ground level. Straying away from the what do you need? Oh. Okay. Straying away from the TIE Interceptor versus Fang Fighter, though, some future sets that we don't have images for quite yet are, for one, or the ones that I'm excited about, are for one, the playset LAT, but it's the Coruscant Shock Trooper version, so the red one, and it's going to include a Commander Fox, I believe 2 Phase 2 Shock Troopers, a Padme, and a Palpatine, which is, like, I understand the Fox and the Shock Troopers. Padme and Palpatine, though, are an interesting choice to me, but maybe they're just sort of going with a general Coruscant vibe. I mean, I'm also not complaining about a new Palpatine and Padme. I think actually the last Padme we might have gotten was actually in the 2014 playset gunship, so yeah, actually quite a while since we've had a Padme, so.
Which one should I do first, R2 or Wicked?
I don't know. Chat, which brickheads should Avela be building first? R2 or Wicked? And yes, this stream is epic. Alright. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited about that gunship because I didn't pick up the UCS one because it just design-wise it's pretty cool, but it just had some obvious flaws. Just, you could almost say morally it had some flaws, which is why I didn't want to pick it up. So I'm excited about it. Playset gunship. It's also going to be more affordable. Chat says Wicked, of course. So, are those the ones from Young Nick? Yes, those are the ones from Matt Risman's son. What? Yes. Yes, those are the brickheads that we got from Celebration. So these actually are from the Lego store that was there, and Nick, our friend, got them for us because the lines were way too long and he had accessibility. Right, and they aren't in stores yet. So yeah, you're getting an exclusive look at those brickheads right here. He's grounded. That's why he's not here on the stream. He's grounded. That's funny. I gotta start building a little bit, otherwise we're never gonna get anywhere. But yeah, I'm excited about that gunship, and I'm definitely gonna be picking it up because, for one, Commander Fox is mean, but I do have the Phase 1 version of him, so I want the Phase 2. And I mean, getting shocked. It's gonna be interesting to see what they choose to go with for the shock troopers, the normal ones. If they're going to go for the helmets with the holes, which is unfortunately likely, or if they're going with the helmets without holes, which I would prefer. For Fox, obviously with holes because he needs the visor, but yeah, we'll see. But other big one is we're getting a UCS Venator, which is supposedly coming with a new Phase 2 Captain Rex and a Clone Wars style Admiral Yularen. So that is also very exciting. I think around between 600, 700. No, 600. Yeah, I think around 600. It's rumored to be.
And you will buy it.
And I will probably very likely buy it. Yes. Yeah. I mean, UCS Venator is something that I've just also really always wanted. So yeah, that's gonna be exciting. And I know Matt is going to get the Venator, and then he's gonna switch out all the the red parts and make them gray for the Imperial Venator. I might have to have the Venator. Yeah. I see you. You're already looking at some of those like big gray tiles, right? Did you hear the Keller and Beck Bark Speeder set will come with 28 dead clones? Best battle pack. I'll buy your entire stock. I will buy your entire stock. By the way, JT, like if anyone wants to come on, let me know. Since the actual people that were supposed to build something, except Maul, all the others didn't show up.
Yeah. Bunch of turds.
Yeah. Yeah, I was already saying like no front, but Padawannabe is probably like running to the store right now. And I mean Nick is grounded, so we know why he's not here now. That obviously makes sense. Alright.
He's grounded because he bought you a Lego.
Oh, yeah, probably. Supporting the rebellion. Yeah, no, I mean you told us about that, yeah. The Covenant. Are you siding with the Covenant?
Next time.
Or
has to be
was it
him.
I don't exactly remember. It was it like an opera or some sort of show?
Tell him he has to be here next time.
Oh, Nick?
No.
Oh, Matt. Well, I'm always telling Matt that he needs to be
but
here.
He needs to be here actually, otherwise we will punch him.
Oh, okay. Matt, did you hear? So if you're not here next time, Avila will punch you. She says you need to be on. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Well, hope you enjoy.
Look, there is a Mando.
Hmm?
There is a Mando on the screen.
Oh, yes. The good old season 1 Mando.
All done. I'll see you guys next time.
I mean, now there's also the UCS Razor Crest, which is also actually quite a beautiful set, but
Another one I don't want to build.
yeah, I mean,
way too much.
like with the UCS sets, you really need to want to build it because otherwise you're not gonna have a fun time.
That, or you'd have to just be patient and do it in sets, I guess, in pieces.
Do you want to put the camera down?
The camera down? Oh yeah, maybe. Can show progress here. Oh.
Got another one for you guys.
Scout Trooper, yeah. I really like. I think this was possibly the first time we saw that new mold for the Scout Trooper helmet, the new one. And I must say, I mean, was just such a big upgrade. I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold. Yep, that's good. All right. Okay, now I just need to pay attention that I'm not doing something wrong.
You're doing something wrong.
Great. Yeah, I mean the only other helmet set I've built so far is the Luke's pilot helmet, which was a gift because before that I didn't buy any of the helmets. I was hell bent on like, all right, I passed on the chance of buying Boba, so I'm gonna wait until there are clone helmets, and here we
You
are.
didn't buy Boba.
No,
Why?
because they're expensive.
No.
I did do Boba and the Scout Trooper.
Yeah,
You fixed my Scout Trooper.
yeah, I fixed her Scout Trooper. She built like, was it some part of the visor, right?
No, on the side. It
Well,
was a bit wrong.
or yeah. Any word on upcoming leaks for UCS sets? I obviously don't collect anymore, but I love to see Lego best versus. Yeah, well, I mean the sort of hottest rumor. I think it's like pretty like safe that we're gonna get it, but I mean technically it's still a rumor, which is that the UCS Venator, which would obviously be pretty damn cool. Yeah. TIE Fighter pilot helmet is the best. Boba's close second. Yeah, I mean,
Why didn't you buy Boba? No, I'm sad.
uh, All right. Yeah. All right. Sorry about that. PC just crashed. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Hi, we're back. Okay. So we're gonna try and make this work like that. Hold that. Of course it crashed on the stream. Course.
What was
Right,
that?
we'll put
Aiden's
that on
piloting?
there.
It had to be Aiden's piloting skills that crashed it.
Oh no, right.
Oh no. Everything's breaking.
Everything is breaking. All right. I'm just gonna look at the chat from the iPad. There they are. Yeah, sorry about that. Of course, the PC decides to crash when we're streaming. All right. Yeah, you can put it in there now. Hey. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm changing.
Just let it be. Okay, like that or what? Now we can't tell how it's looking. Yeah, what was the plan? Sorry about that. Avela has no idea of what she's doing.
Oh no.
Ah,
How do I get
oh,
it back?
great. Well, I don't know what you
Crazy stream.
did. Right, Cam.
Oh man, my Razor Crest is coming together. I'm almost there.
And you need to tone that up a lot. All right. Okay.
Where's good old Nick at?
Where is Nick? Boomers. Yes.
I know you'd think that it was freaking actual boomers running it right now. Jeez, what's going on?
Yeah. Okay. I think we're back in business.
And then the raptor gets you.
Oh gosh.
Just had to quote
All right.
Jurassic Park.
Yep. Yeah, good thing there aren't any raptors. That's not what I need right now.
I mean, that's what you think. Until they're jumping on you, you know.
No. Till you hear like the tuck 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 tuck. Alright,
Or they
but
give you
we're
back
back.
scratches.
Paul has a fully built Razor Crest off screen. He was waiting for it to crash so he could bait and switch. Whoa, but you're a quick builder.
I'm just trying to get this thing together. I've got 6 bags here. This is a
Yeah.
big project.
Oh, why is the
Mhm.
instructions gray?
What do you mean? Why it's gray?
Aren't they from
Yeah, but I think that's because of the UC, or I mean, the adult sort of
mine
line.
didn't look like that.
No?
No.
Maybe it's new. No idea.
You're supposed to be the Lego Meister.
Well, I don't buy everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I just saw the comment of JT. It's because we talked about rumors, isn't it? Lego didn't like that. Yeah, Lego was just like snap and like off you go.
Well, we're back.
Yep.
Oh, the PC.
It couldn't hold us forever.
With the PC. Okay, hold the mic.
Yeah. It's resting now.
I'm definitely gonna get the wicked brick display for this. I was looking at it and it looks really cool.
Mm.
I can have somewhere to put it and keep it safe after I'm done building it.
Yeah. Keep it safe from the stormtroopers.
Yeah, free of dust and kitty cats.
Yeah.
Has
Oh,
like a
wait,
cool
we have,
background too.
we have another guest. Nick.
Oh no.
Wait.
Hello,
We're
hello,
on
hello.
mobile. It's also difficult. Welcome.
Hello. Sorry,
You
I
made
put
it.
a spam in the background chat just to get your attention.
You
Oh,
just picked
yeah,
up?
no, I mean, since we're streaming off, the phone right now, so,
Mm,
yeah.
so you didn't see. No, sorry, I'm running late. I was busy sorting out this bad boy,
Oh,
Ooh.
my signed Jeremy Bullock leaflet, and I finally got it into a
very
frame.
nice.
There
I
you
just needed
go.
to go and get a photo printed of Jeremy in the suit, so
Yeah, that's very nice.
short.
You just needed that motivation of us visiting and telling you, what are you doing? Get this stuff framed.
Get this stuff framed. Well, I mean, I was really planning to get some of the stuff framed, but with that, I wasn't too sure because it's like on the back of a leaflet, and I'm like, yeah, how am I going to display that? And then
But it's Jeremy Bullock's autograph.
I know a man that
Yep.
unfortunately passed away a couple of years back, but
Yeah.
I finally got it.
I mean, JT just said, it's Mr. Indiana Jones guy, Nick.
Yeah. I'm going to build this one. This Indiana Jones
Yeah,
set here,
very nice. You don't.
the Escape from the Lost Tomb. I should have built the original because I do own the original, but I own the minifigs. They're in front of me, like
Yeah.
Mary and Ravenwood, right there. And then it was Indy was the other figure that came. Where this one comes with Sulla and a mummy. So you get two, and they're two brand new figures to the Indiana Jones wave. Like we've never had them before back in 08. So,
Yeah.
this is cool.
Yeah, JT, yes, it will be a Republic Venator, so with the red markings, and it's gonna be actually more of the size of the Victory class Star Destroyer, so even bigger than what the Super Star Destroyer was. So,
Smells
Yeah,
like.
because the Republic's better.
no,
What do I need on this first? Do I need the base
you just
plate?
need a second to relax from stupid technology.
The Empire's quantity over quality.
Yes. I'm sure Matt's gonna have to a thing or two to say against that.
Yeah, my dad told me I was grounded, but he let me on because he was.
Yeah, that's very nice. Yeah, he told us.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he decided to let you on.
Yeah, he said I only can be on for 5 minutes though, and I have to go.
5 minutes.
What?
Okay.
You better get to building.
Well, good
I
thing
will-
he has to go see a movie. You know, we won't tell him.
Yeah, I will have to leave though, in an hour's time because I am going out for dinner.
All right.
I'm going out to dinner.
Yeah, but it's 5:30 now over here in the.
Oh no, I know. I'm
sunny
just
UK.
playing. It's only noon 30 here.
30.
Like, what are you talking about? I have enough time to go out for dinner.
What's dinner?
What's dinner? Yeah.
So what is? So I'm getting brick heads. Oh no, Moore's building the Razor Crest.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Vader's building brick heads, and Striker's building the helmet.
Only one person even voted for the brickheads, and I swear it was someone just trolling.
Probably.
Well,
I mean, I was just thinking, like,
Indiana
okay,
Jones.
yeah. I mean, Razor Crest is just that is just a really solid set. So I was just like, yeah, I kind of want to see that, being built again.
Well, that and
And
I've had it sitting for a minute, so once I saw that wicked brick display for it too, I was like, okay, I've got somewhere I can put it after I'm done.
and here we go. The Moth himself says the Republic equals the Empire.
No,
You ain't wrong.
the Republic
Oh,
was
yeah, they
good,
are.
Then they phased out all the good things. and just kept all the crappy quantity.
I
Hired a
just
bunch of
noticed here, or
crappy
Avila just noticed here with the wicket that the eyes are printed. I think
the
that's in the stomach too. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All of Brickheads, every piece in the Brickheads are all printed. The only
See-
times they add stickers is for nameplate pieces, but they haven't done nameplates in a very long time.
Yeah. But I mean, that's just like, they're printing pieces for like the kids sets, like for instance for the kids ATST and for the
Yep.
Brickheads, and then for the actual sets, it's like, yeah, here, take a sticker. And even for the UCS sets, here, take a sticker.
Yep. The Indiana Jones set, the plaque on the Temple Run is stickers.
Yeah.
So they didn't even print that. Oh,
You guys better
Talking what?
quit it.
Talking Ronnie? Ronnie
You're gonna
talks?
get us shut down again. You guys keep talking.
wow, Lego just loves stickers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blame Nick when a stream crashes randomly
Yeah.
again.
Blame my
Like-
dad.
And then it's like actually the entire stream just gets taken down. It's like, Nick, damn you!
Blame my dad. That's all I say.
Blames his dad for
I
everything.
know he's sitting there waiting to go and see Covenant, I believe.
Covenant, yeah.
So yeah, he's having fun doing that. Even though he could be on here with us,
Well,
building.
Avila already told Matt earlier that if he's not coming on next time, he will get punched.
Wow.
Yes, yeah, it's getting hands on. I'm telling you.
He has got a backlog as well. As he was telling us at Celebration. So
So he's got a bunch of Legos to build, but he's not
got the
building them.
castle to build as well.
Oh gosh, he still has
Mm.
the castle. That's a big one.
You better get on it, or Lego's gonna send their little assassins out after him or something. Tell him
Assassin.
build or else.
Yep.
Yeah, you better get on it. Lego's gonna get mad at you.
Lego's gonna get mad.
Big Lego.
Big Lego.
Big boys at Lego.
Not worthy. Not worthy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm building this one. So do you think rigged the votes in my poll? It was Big Lego.
I love democracy.
Big Lego made sure the Razor Crest won. It knew it'd been sitting too long.
Yep. I mean, I've had these sets since Celebration, so... Well, I've built one of the Indiana Jones sets, which... I can go and grab a sec.
It's not very long, though.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah. So much to build and no space.
Start, hanging more shelves up.
Yeah. At some point, the room consists out of shelves and nothing else.
Turn it into a closet, essentially.
It's a big closet.
Shelves all the way around.
Enter the closet.
So, got the plane, the car, the plane chases in Last Crusade, and a little sign that says Berlin, which unfortunately is a sticker.
Oh, Crispin's
Is it
talking to
pointing
Ronnie.
towards Berlin, though?
They were
He's using
not
secret
in the
language.
show, but not in the scene in the movie. But there is a sign to Berlin in the movie because it has a close-up pan
Yeah.
to it after the motorbike chase. But I'm trying to remember how the wings come off in this set. Oh no, they just pull off, don't they? So you can pull them off easy, and then it looks like it's got two flames at the bottom. So
Okay.
reenact the scene where wings clip off.
Yeah.
This is my
That's
first
pretty
ever
cool.
World War II playing because I didn't pick up the original version of this set back in 09, I believe that set came out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Honestly, that would be kind of a fun mechanic for just, you know, also like Star Wars sets in general, like for starfighters, like have like sort of a feature where it's like planned by breaking apart, you know, sort of to reenact it getting hit.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, this first step of the helmet is definitely just repeating.
Repetitive.
Yeah. And also like just without actually showing progress or looking like something. It's just a block.
It's just a block.
Just a block.
But yeah.
I'm fine. How are you going with how's it going with the wicket?
It's starting to look weird.
It's starting to look weird. Oh no.
I've got him here. I've got Wicket here. There you go. It's all done. Vela, just give up. I've already built him.
He did it first. He was faster.
No.
I closed my eyes, had them closed for 5 seconds. Boom, it's built.
Oh no, he beat you.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Impossible.
Oh no. Now everyone flees the stream because Nick starts singing.
Or maybe the opposite. Maybe he'll get famous like Bieber.
My voice will break one day,
It will break.
and I will sound like Matt Risman, my father.
Your father. Wow, you really are his son.
That's the goal.
Doing something wrong.
I don't know. What did you do?
I don't know.
What did you do?
Oh, look, that's his brain.
Oh,
Is there someone
Look.
here?
Look, that's his brain. The pink stud in the middle. That's his brain.
They're gonna like to put organs in their sets
Yeah. Or buttholes.
or orifices. Yeah.
Don't you know the tiger?
no.
The tiger said, yeah, they put like a pink stud on his ass, like to show the butthole. Yeah. I'm serious. Like, actually. I'm serious.
They just wanted to be screen accurate.
Man, if you would have said that sooner, the sales for that set would have been like way up.
JT just said, his name can be the Ipswich Yodler.
Wow.
Very good.
I feel like I'm going to be doxed on this show at some point.
Man, I'm just glad we never made it to Ipswich.
Well, next time you're here, Strike, I'll take you to Ipswich.
Oh no.
No.
Could have sent it.
Oh yeah, we should have sent Aiden to Ipswich, yeah. That would be fun.
He wouldn't even know he was in Ipswich.
Okay, maybe not. I mean, he would not have made it back.
I hope he made it home. All right.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why you haven't heard from him
Well-
since Celebration. He didn't make it.
Yeah, I suppose we don't actually know.
I haven't seen him on camera since.
He's trying to run away.
He got too much attention at Celebration for looking like
Yeah.
Anakin.
Too many
Man's
parents
hiding.
wanted him. Even though they're all taken, but they wanted him.
They were all.
I don't think there was one Padme there that was single.
How do you know?
Because they always stood next to an Anakin.
Well, maybe her boyfriend wasn't an Anakin this time. Maybe it
There was
was
a couple of Obi-Wans as well standing next to them.
Imagine like someone would like do the partner up with Padme Clovis, and then an Anakin cosplayer just comes along and punches him in the face.
Get away from her.
Get away from.
Force chokes.
What?
Oh, I've got that song stuck in my head now.
What is going on?
I must admit, because I am Andor crazed, I was listening to the soundtrack earlier today.
Did
Have
they
you lost
skip-
your mind yet?
I think I have got an issue.
I'm telling you, we can create the first Andor rehab center.
Andor rehabs.
Be strapped to a chair and go, I only like George Lucas's Star Wars. I only like George Lucas's Star Wars. Everything else is not Star Wars. George can only make Star Wars.
George, no.
I was having that think earlier today. You have all these people that go like, we need George Lucas to make Star Wars, otherwise no one can make Star Wars. But what if that film, they announced George making a Star Wars movie, and it had the same reception as when the prequels came out? Like, then what do you do? Like, if it was shit.
Well, no, I mean, not really. I mean, it's more. I mean, for me, it's more a sense of principle. Like, with like, episodes 1 through 6, like, there's just. I mean, George invented it. Like, it's George's story. So, like, no one can, really. Obviously can say something about the technical side of things, but if you like Star Wars, I mean that's just simply Star Wars. I mean he
Yeah,
created it himself. Like the
I'm-
first 6 are just as like they're just the ground, sort of the base of Star Wars.
But I'm talking from a point straight where you have these people who like are so begging for George to come back, and if you had George come back and he made a terrible movie, those people go, well, it's great because George did it.
Well, my sort of point on that would be, well, I would maybe, even if I didn't like it, if he did a movie and I didn't like it, I would honestly not even say anything against it because he invented this world, these characters, like whatever he envisioned Star Wars to be is what Star Wars is. Like he actually owns Star Wars, like from a moral standpoint, and
Yeah. I was just saying, like, because I know so many people out there, like, oh, anything
yeah,
that
no,
anyone
I
else
mean,
creates
I
is not
fully
real Star
like,
Wars.
I agree with you absolutely. I'm sure like those people would turn around like that. Like I'm truly convinced that would be the case, definitely.
Like, it could be a movie about Jar Jar Binks that George Lucas wrote, and they'll go like, it's the greatest thing ever made. Finally, we've got Star Wars back.
Yeah. Clovis, and then and then oh man. Yeah, we know, Matt, we know. Well, I'm not even asking for any more George, besides the point that I feel like people just need to accept that George is done with making stuff. Like he's, I think he's pretty happy with just doing the family life.
Well, George is a sellout, so
Right?
yeah.
Oh, he definitely sold out. Doesn't make his accomplishments any less.
But still, as my dad would say,
Yeah,
sellout.
you're doing good, Matt Rissman Jr. You're making your father proud.
Look at this.
Pretty cool. I own too many of those
Hey,
Grogu's.
Grogu. Yeah.
Tiny.
JT. He's gonna send some Goongas to your house.
But no, it was just a thought that I had today, to be fair, because I'm just like, what you get so many fans that go, right, the only way we can fix Star Wars is to bring George back. And I'm like, well, unfortunately George isn't gonna live forever. So
No, yeah. I mean George is already like pretty damn old. Like
I mean, people love the EU, and a lot of that wasn't George.
George.
Yeah.
But we need George back because he's the only one who
No.
understands the movies. Oh, and he's
I
like
think
making
time and time again, people, not necessarily even from any of the, or even from, Disney, like, I mean, Rogue One, I remember, was like from one of the first projects that Disney did for Star Wars, like, was an absolute hit for the clear majority of Star Wars fans. So it's not like, no one
Not
but
impossible.
George can make good Star Wars movies. I think the real thing that just matters is that you actually get people that, at least give a slight crap about what they're writing about, and are also like fairly confident and yeah, and right, and understand what they're doing in terms of filmmaking and Star Wars. That's like, for some sets, that's like a spearhead. Which, I mean, that's what it is here too. Hit the spear.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. Filoni will save us. Well, I will say I'm looking forward to that standalone Mando movie that Filoni is going to be directing.
Is it just going to be Mando sitting on the porch?
It's gonna be Mando sitting on the porch. Yes.
Knew it. Knew it.
That's what it's going to be. Oh yeah, I mean, we could talk about some Mando related stuff. What is everyone's opinion? Do you think that the Moff Gideon we saw in season 3 of Mando, do we think that was a clone?
No.
Okay, Avila says no.
No, but I do
I
think
say
he
no.
had to come back because
He's-
he's wearing his Beskar armor when he was engulfed in flames, and no one's ever truly gone. They brought IG-11 back, so
No.
like
Well,
the
I
whole
mean,
crux of the
I mean,
sacrifice in Mando season 1 is just gone out the window.
well, I mean, to be fair, we don't know yet if they just, if it's actually like the memory circuit of IG-11, if he remembers like the stuff he went through, or if it's just a new IG unit that, has also been, reprogrammed to be quote unquote friendly. Yeah. So, I mean, that's what I would also think, like that it's not, I mean, it's like called IG-11 again for, whatever sake, but I don't think it's actually, the original IG-11 again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see it. Right.
I just didn't like the finale. That's my
Doesn't
opinion.
matter. The minute we see Gideon clones and tanks, it is a get out jail free card for them bringing him back. Clone of the way. Yeah, I mean that's what I was sort of thinking too. But that
The
other
EU
comment,
set that precedent.
Hmm?
The EU set that precedent, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well,
but it's a story thread they didn't have to carry over.
I know, but I don't take it as a get out of jail free card, though. I take it as just, okay, we've seen this happen.
yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where they can definitely get away with it just because there are so many stories out there. But yeah, I do think that Ahsoka will be good. Or at least I'm intrigued by it. There are obviously some things. And yes, we have a wicket here done now too.
He's very cute.
Good job.
Bag 1 complete of the.
Wait, Star Wars brings back people back from the dead? Nah.
As I
Hey,
said,
Ladaj, what's up? Howdy, bricklayers.
no one's ever truly gone, and that will always haunt Star
What's up?
Wars. That line. As I said, I'm waiting for Tim to return. I think once Tim gets revived, then
Oh,
I know
gosh.
Star Wars is back in true form.
Yeah, I mean, that would obviously be a glorious moment.
No one cares about Tim.
Except Vix cared about Tim.
No, I think just you at this point. I don't even think she cared. She's like, okay, good riddance.
All right.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
in the season 2 trailer of
Just leave him there.
season 2 trailer of Andor that was shown at Celebration, you see them hugging and getting closer to each other. Her and
Oh
Cassie.
yeah, that was like the secret trailer that no one else got to see.
It was the XXX edition of Andor.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, none of us are allowed to forget. No one's ever truly Matt Rissman. Not even his son.
I'm offended.
Oh,
Yeah, and mortified.
but what if he's a clone, not a son?
Oh. I guess clones of Matt developed their goatee way later in life, and they attacked the camera with what looked like a mummy.
Yeah, that's the mummy figure. I'm on bag.
Matt is gone. I am what remains. Nick Rissman. my clones don't have a goatee. It all makes sense now.
Yeah, I just like as I said, like with Mando, I just found the finale lackluster. A lot of issues, especially like he captures the Mandalorian with 10 guards, and then in the next episode, you see him walking off with 2 stormtroopers, just with some cable ties around his hand.
It certainly felt, and Avela's throwing bricks all over the place. It certainly felt like there was going to be more to it. I think I have some general questions more on what was going on, because like so many actors were like, sort of talking about how this ending will be shocking and will be more than what we asked for, maybe in not ways that we really wanted it to go. But I mean, I don't know if they meant things like the Darksaber, which really didn't shock me at all, really. I mean, obviously it's like, whoa, like the Darksaber's just broken now,
No,
but I mean, it wasn't like, yeah,
the reason why
wasn't like
they
really
said it's going to
emotionally
be
intense.
shocking, though, Strike, isn't because of like it's going to go. It's just they were preparing you to be shocked by how bad the writing was.
Oh gosh, come on. No, I mean there are some genuine. No. I mean, like truthfully, I have like just some genuine questions about it, because, like, for instance, if we go back to like something like the Lego set, which is the TIE Interceptor versus the Fang Fighter, like there must have been something, that made Lego go, oh, this is gonna be, sort
There's
of an
probably a piece of
interesting part of
concept art
the
they got
show
access to.
where those 2 fighters fight each other. So let's make a set. And I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if that actual footage of Fang Fighters fighting TIE Interceptors exists, because that whole sort of space, or I mean, orbital, like, sort of flight battle is kind of completely missing at the point where the Mandos are coming for backup. So yeah, I
I think
mean,
they cut it and just tried to use the excuse that everyone went to the surface now,
yeah.
except for
I mean,
Axe. That's the way I
yeah.
read it, because they were trying to
Even the
basically get rid
wounded
of
got
that.
back out and fought.
Yeah, I guess. Or they stayed in those
yeah.
gauntlets that dropped off the reinforcements. I guess they could have done that.
Yeah, I mean, what Matt just said, like, what happened to all the TIEs and the Mando fighters after the light cruiser was disabled? Like, yeah, I mean, it just feels like they cut a lot of it, which I don't even necessarily understand. Like, it's hard to imagine that, like, someone in the studio would be like, all right, this finale is not allowed to be longer than this. I don't know.
And it's even when I'm going to bring it up, but when you look at like the Andor episodes, how long length they were, they're up
Oh,
to
God.
50 minutes each. The finale is 58, 59 minutes long.
I love Andor too. I just can't help but laugh every time you bring it up.
Hey, listen, I mean, he's got the Andor fanatic in his Instagram bio. It says
No, I
says
know.
everything.
I know.
Dang it, man.
It's just so funny how true it is, when you get to experience it.
yeah, I love that show. Okay,
Yeah.
I just love good writing. I can't stand bad writing. I've had enough of just sitting there. You eat it, and then you move on to the next thing. I want my art to be something that sticks with me.
I bought something that would make you happy then, Nick.
What did you buy?
Right before the stream, I ran out to the Exchange, which is like a cool collectible store,
Yeah.
and they have movies and records and stuff. And on the way out, I saw Dune on Blu-ray,
Yeah.
so I ended up buying it.
Yay!
Dude.
I own 2 copies of that movie. I own one German Blu-ray steelbook, and then the other one is the 4K English version.
Yeah, we definitely
I
got
just-
robbed. Definitely think Book of Boba altered season 3 of Mando.
Big wigs at Disney altered Mando by going, "You need Grogu because we need to sell more Grogu toys."
Yeah. I mean, obviously I must say, like, I overall really enjoyed Mando season 3. Like, overall it was still, like, I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I mean, obviously there are just, points in the season where you either notice, okay, this was definitely supposed to be a standalone story arc for Rangers of the New Republic. There was definitely supposed to be, some intertwining into that sort of stuff. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, there's not gonna be a season 4 of Mando.
There is. They've just written it. John said
Nope.
it at Celebration.
No, they did not.
Yeah, they did.
No.
John said it. John said he
We
just
were at the
finished writing.
showcase. They did not say anything about
No,
a
no.
season 4.
Yeah, but not on the showcase, but on the interview with the press. John did say he is writing season 4 as we speak.
Was it at Celebration or the one interview before?
This wasn't the interview at Celebration.
Okay. Well, it's very weird though because like there's no post-credit scene, which they've done for season 1 and 2.
Also about like an ending.
Yeah, like Dave at the Lucasfilm showcase, which also covered Mando, like he said that the movie that he's directing will end the Mandalorian, arc in that movie. So yeah, I guess they're just as usual contradicting all of each other. So great.
I mean, it could still end the arc after season 4.
Yeah.
So they could both still be,
It's just weird
saying
that we
what they
get the
mean.
announcement for a movie that would then be after season 4, before season 4. Because I mean, yeah, okay, so they said that season 4 is written, but we don't have any official announcement about it, other than from their mouth. I just find it odd. Like in general, it's very odd.
That is just the feeling we're building. Very diplomatic answer. And I don't know. I'd be shocked if.
We probably. Who's watching something on their end?
I'm trying to find the quote.
Oh, gotcha. Favreau said Mando story was halfway done. Okay, interesting. We probably won't get the movie till 2029. Yeah, probably.
Well, Kathleen Kennedy said the
Yeah,
Dave movie.
I
will
mean,
take
they
up to
just said
16 years.
that Dave will direct that movie. Yeah. Yeah. I suppose that's just something that's just odd about their communication to fans still is like, they just, bang out stuff like, oh yeah, like, Mandalorian season 3 is like, what, like, no, Book of Boba is like, around like 2 years after Mando season 2, and then they're like, oh no, it's like in between like 1 or 2 years or whatever. And then they're like, putting out like, okay, it will be ended in a movie, and then they don't announce season 4, but season 4 has been written. Like
Season 4.
they're all over
they
the place.
are prepping production as we speak. I just listened to Rick Falamiwa, who is the executive producer on season 3 of Mandalorian, and he said we are at this point. It looks like it will be October, September, October is when they'll start filming.
Okay.
And that was at Celebration after the showcase.
Roger that. Well, then the point remains that they're all contradicting each other.
Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, it's not up to them; it's up to
Yeah.
the banks lending
Well, that's
them
what
the
I'm
money.
thinking. I'm like trying to also like, because obviously it's also seems like there is some stuff stirring, behind the scenes, also with Dave and some of the people at Lucasfilm. So I'm like thinking like, are they maybe also just making these comments like, yeah, season 4 is written, so people are like have the impression that it's coming, but Lucasfilm really isn't even sold on the idea of continuing the season.
No, they're definitely. It's their money maker. It's their holy grail.
Well, I don't know. They've made more questionable decisions in the past. I mean,
I don't know. I don't see any issue. I don't see why they wouldn't do season 4. So that's why I'm like, okay.
Well,
yeah. Well, I wouldn't see it either. I'm just questioning why everyone's contradicting each other with that. Why there isn't a clear answer to if we're getting season 4 or not.
well, Kathleen Kennedy can't even come out and say that Taika's movie's in the can. She just says we've left him in a room on his own.
Yeah, pretty
This
much.
movie. So
Yeah.
you're never going to get a straight answer from execs.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of with JT. Like I would have been totally fine, or I am totally fine with not getting any more Mando until that standalone movie. I mean, obviously, I also wouldn't complain if we got a Mando season 4 in between. Like, that's not even close to what I'm saying.
Give me season
Right.
4, then the movie, and I'm fine.
Yeah. The only important thing is, as Avila just said, like, don't give us a season 4 for the sake of giving us a season 4. Like, it still needs to have a point and be impactful.
I mean, he could be training Grogu, so it seems like it set it up for.
Yeah, I mean,
Adventures
literally
training Grogu.
anything as long as it actually makes sense in terms of like, it's not just, to fill episodes.
We shall
It
see.
felt like they set it up to go back to the thing that people didn't complain about with season 1, where it was just different little jobs. I feel
Yeah,
like that's
I
what they're
mean,
gonna do.
he seems to be going back to his old ways of just bounty hunting. So
Grogu
yeah, I mean,
just
I
go along
would
and
totally
learn.
be down to seeing just, just going more on those, quote unquote, video game style quests, adventures where, it's just, ending arcs after an episode. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, but then there's no character to like. So Din just becomes what he was before.
I mean, now he's a dad that
And now he has
accepts droids, and Grogu's learning how to be a bounty hunter. That'd be cool.
The thing is, it's what I liked about Book of Boba Fett with the episode of Mando being on his own doing bounty stuff. So he was still doing bounty hunter stuff. And I wish that was what the season was. Like he goes back to doing bounty hunting, goes back to the thing he was. Grogu's not with him, and then his path of leading Mandalore with the Darksaber and the Mythosaur comes to fruition.
That's
But
if
instead, they
that
just
was their
rushed
plan.
the retaking of Mandalore. Because that's what I thought the movie was going to be. It was going to be the retaking of that planet.
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with, sort of retaking of Mandalore being sort of like being a quicker thing than expect. I mean, honestly, at first I was even like, what is even the big deal about retaking Mandalore? Like, what is there even to retake? Like, I honestly thought it was more of a surprise that there was an Imperial base on Mandalore. I mean, it makes sense because they're mining the Beskar that's still there. But I mean, overall, I mean, it's an absolutely wrecked planet, so I didn't even expect them to encounter any enemies except for the local stuff.
I And I hope they just don't. There's going to be like we're going to season 4, and then it's like Mandalore's been wrecked again by Grand Admiral Thrawn because they
Yeah,
were a
really.
threat to the Empire, to the First Order's rise. And we're like, again, just let's burn it down for another plot point or convenience.
Yeah.
When at the end of this end of this series, as a post-credit scene, should have been the Shadow Collective talking. What do we do now with Moff Gideon disappearing? Or disappeared, and now Thrawn comes in, and it's because the episode was called The Return, and I understand it's the return to Mandalore. But you could have have Thrawn because you set up in the previous episode that Thrawn is returning.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just so the only thing that's like kind of making me think there isn't a clear plan on a season 4 is like literally because there is no post-credit scene. Because I mean, there's been one for season 1 to set up season 2. There's been one for season 2 to set up Book of Boba Fett. Like there wasn't even one to set up a different show.
That's how I felt.
You got Andor.
The
And I mean,
cabin
post-credit
scene
scene.
was essentially.
Andor had a post-credit scene, but that was just to tell you what was Andor building in the prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had the Death Star as the post-credit scene in Andor.
Yeah, so it's to tell you, look what Cassian is.
And I mean, in
building
Book
the
of
weapon that's
Boba
gonna
was
kill
the
him.
weird, with Cobb Vanth and the Modder, which I mean, to be fair, that was sort of a okay, whatever post-credit scene because I mean, it's kind of leading to nothing at the moment, but
No one's ever really gone straight.
Mod Vanth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what? Just
Hmm?
give me Andor season 2.
Give me. We know, Nick. We know.
Just give it to me. I don't care about anything else. At least I know where that ends.
That's not the
Or
point of
you're like
storytelling.
Ladaj and you're just happy if Matt Rissman, if you get Matt Rissman with a lightsaber.
I don't know. To me, I get something out of the filmmaking of Andor, where compared to Mando, it's just the volume. I've had enough of that blimmin' volume, and the cave system on any Imperial base looks like paper. I don't know. I'm very salty.
Yeah, I'm not really set design wise and like the look of the show wise. I honestly didn't really have any issues with this season. I think my main gripe was probably sound design wise. They kind of threw a lot of sound design cues that are consistent usually kind of completely out the window, which is like I'm gonna have to look it up again who's the sound designer of Mando season 3, but it was yeah, I mean I already made a video on one specific case like the Wester 35s, but there are others too.
I don't think it's David Collins.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either because it was like almost atrocious in some points. Yeah, I don't know. People just underestimate what a big role sound design plays in the experience of a movie or show. And there are actual emotional cues that you get just by the sound matching the specific scene. Sounds a bit crazy and all if you're not really into sounds, but
also the only score I liked in Mando season 3 was the Praetorian Guard showing up.
Oh yeah, I mean that was yeah.
The rest of the music was a bit.
The Praetorian Guards theme, it almost reminded me of like Old Republic, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean the whole entrance against Paz, I think, was just perfection. That was just genuinely well done.
Also, I've had enough of Grogu running. Can we not have Grogu running, please?
I think overall we can say Nick's had enough.
I've had enough. Okay.
He's had enough.
I've had enough of cutesiness in Star Wars.
Wah.
No.
I only watch Mandalorian because of Baby Grogu. I'm like, oh, for God's sake.
Nah. I feel like that's what I was saying. I like the variety in Star Wars. Andor can be your serious show that's more serious than even the originals.
Hmm.
And then you can have Mando, which is like that generalized Star Wars show.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't want everything to be like Andor. I just find, in my personal opinion, that show to me is what I consider like what the tone should be set during that time period. I just like that time period. Where the issue with
Hmm.
what I'm finding with the Mandalorian is it doesn't know what it wants to be anymore. It got confused. It didn't know if it wanted to be a buddy cop series or if it wanted to be a serious series or a jokey series.
I mean, to me, it was always a series about those two characters.
But it got to the point where Bo-Katan was the main lead in the whole.
I mean, I didn't see her as the lead. I know people were complaining, saying, "Oh, she's getting too much screen time," but
Which
people
that is
complain
like,
about everything.
yeah. Which I mean, on that, I really don't understand it because I mean, I like Din. Don't get me wrong, but if I would have to choose who's the main character, Bo-Katan or Din, Bo-Katan just wins instantly. It's no questions asked. Uh, like honestly, they've been doing OG characters or legacy characters from the first 6 movies and Clone Wars wrong like quite a few times. Like, give it to me. Like, I don't know why anyone would complain about that.
I just felt like the story got broader, and now it's going back down to smaller, with
Yeah,
Din and Grogu going back on adventures.
yeah. It's sort of Din sort of served his purpose in retaking Mandalore. And I mean, honestly, I think I would actually enjoy just some more, non, not too grand scheme missions. Like, obviously, still have sort of a overall plot for the series, something to work towards.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean that was so partially like also what made the first season especially fun, just because like yeah, kind of like every episode was like unique in terms of like where you went. Um, it was just was just enjoyable to watch. Obviously I do still also like really enjoy grander plot lines. Like for instance in Bad Batch, I would have almost or I would have wanted it to be sort of more connected to the grander plot line in season 2 already. I mean, that's probably hopefully going to be the case in season 3. All right, thank you.
Yeah, it
But
seems
yeah,
like
we'll
it will
see.
be. Like that's probably how they'll end up meeting the end.
Yeah,
Is getting too involved in the grander plotline.
yeah. And we got R2D2 done.
Dang, you guys are flying.
Well, yes, you're doing good. Yeah, what else we got? Oh, Stanley said probably should CGI Grogu's movements. Well, yeah, I mean, that might be an idea. I think what they're just kind of trying to go for is that puppeteering look, which I mean they're definitely nailing. That's for sure. Hey, what's up, Leia? Good to see you.
Yeah, I've got a thing for that. I just love
Yeah.
the old puppeteering look. I don't mind it. That's where I'm like, okay, it fits the tone of the show.
Yeah, I mean, also like you always get sort of, I mean, it's in the realm of or in the spirit, should I say, of the OT. So
Don't worry, there'll always be
yeah.
moany people like me. I just, I know. Maybe because I am an artist myself, I see art in a very different way.
No, I feel like you can see and appreciate the serious and also enjoy the not so serious too, though. Because I love Andor for what it is, but I also appreciate Mando for what it is.
I think the issue I have is that Revenge of the Sith setup with the prequels, serious tones, and then what we get, especially at the end, like the death of the Jedi and stuff, and then what we get with Mando is the Lizzo silliness. And I just go, this is not Star Wars. This is like I'm watching Disney Channel.
It's after Return though, not after Revenge.
I know, but at least Return.
And Return has Ewoks.
Yeah, but they're cannibal teddy bears. Lizzo's not a cannibal.
Lizzo is going to be a cannibal now, confirmed.
Nah, she's just a person that enjoyed Star Wars and got to act in it.
Yeah, but as
I mean, I don't know. I don't necessarily know about that because, like, for instance, some of the background Mandos, like some of them have sort of questionable backgrounds. They're definitely not Star Wars fans, at least not openly.
Well, Lizzo has actually been very publicly a Star Wars fan.
Right. Well, that's good. I mean, I don't follow that. That's good to hear.
I mean, I'm not even a Lizzo fan. I just knew, and actually afterwards she even gave interviews about it, about how, just like how the Dr. Pershing was like, oh man, this was just a big deal for me because I'm a Star Wars fan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. So I'll also say this. I'm very careful on believing that sort of stuff because it feels like everyone and their mom now just says like, you know, yeah, I'm a Star Wars fan. Like, trust me, I will respect what you're doing. Like, what this is, what this means to people. I don't know. Words don't really mean that much.
I just don't understand why they would lie about what they enjoy.
You would be surprised. Some people lie for very stupid reasons. And I mean, they wouldn't even necessarily have a bad reason to lie for it. I mean, it's money. And I mean, to keep the fans happy, it works for the most part. I don't know. I'm just cautious about it.
Cautiously optimistic.
What did Jace?
No.
I'm down for a little in real life celeb cameos, but I like the random people being chosen eons more. Yeah.
I don't like seeing like information people in the story.
Yeah, I mean, for instance, like I love Jack Black, but I mean, yeah, too recognizable. Like I just know it's Jack Black and not some character in Star Wars. Like Bill Burr, for instance, is like on, also like almost critical. That's I don't know, that in a way almost sort of worked just because he's still not that known, and he was like before even sort of making fun of the new Star Wars, which is like even more ironic. But yeah, I think overall it would just be, I mean, I get it, it's their mainstream show, they just got to pull in some celebs so they can get even more of a mainstream, sort of recognition for it. Yeah. I mean, for Mando season 3, I mean, it was just that one episode really, and they just put in all the cameos.
That's the thing, though. They had Christopher Lee, like Count Dooku was a visionary.
Yeah.
Yeah. 20 years too late on that one.
I mean, I like that. I mean, that wasn't even like necessarily bad. I almost wish you would have actually, touched the button and we would have actually gotten some sort of mayhem. But
if I touch this button, it shuts down all the droids. Why haven't you done it? Wow.
What? Life. No, he said if he touches the button, then it reactivates the battle droid program.
No. I like beforehand. Like
beforehand.
When you first meet him, he's just like, if I touch this button, then it shuts down all the droids. And then Bo-Katan goes, why haven't you done that? He goes, well, reasons.
Well, no, I mean, he says because like the people are like so dependent on the droids that they couldn't handle living on their own anymore.
Yeah, but even though they're killing people, it's like, yeah, we'll keep the iPhones going, but they might kill you. Then you won't need an iPhone if you're dead.
I mean, that seems pretty believable in our world.
Yeah.
The people, if they were faced with the choice of your phone may potentially just spontaneously combust. So get rid of all phones or run the percentage. I bet you most people would be like,
Yeah.
I'll just see if it happens.
Also, this is sort of going on par with what I was talking about earlier. Like JT said, like people lie for what they enjoy all the time. Look at Hayden. I've always loved you, Hayden. Yeah, and like those fans, the highest percentage of those were like prequel haters, and I absolutely agree with that.
Those are
And it's
fans.
just, yeah, well, right. I wouldn't call them fans either, but you know,
No, I was talking. We were talking about the celebrity themselves, about how
right.
whether they enjoyed Star Wars or not. You know.
Yeah, but it's basically the same thing. Like
Yeah.
you just,
But Lizzo
they're not
posted
going
a
to be able to
photo.
prove anything. Like,
But Lizzo posted a photo when she was in the like after she got like we showed off her role in the Mandalorian. It's just her with tons of Grogu merchandise surrounding her. Not
Hmm.
yeah,
other like I look at Amanda Stenberg who dressed up as Padme at Celebration. I can
yeah,
say
that
she's
was
a
pretty
fan.
cool. Yeah,
I won't deny that she's not a fan
yeah. No, me neither.
because like she dressed up as Padme. She didn't dress up as Rey Skywalker because like Disney would
And then,
rather Disney would rather her dress up as a character that they've created than
oh yeah, of
um,
course.
a character
And
that
also
George
it's
created.
it's conveniently enough also a Padme outfit, which is for one, you know, not in any way if people would even want to make that argument, which I would still find stupid, but it's not in any way like sexualized, which I mean a lot of, you know, those TikTok girls usually do.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just straight up a very accurate looking episode 2 Padme outfit. Which conveniently enough is probably the movie where besides Phantom Menace where Padme is like actively like being a badass fighting, um, not just being powerful through her
Because
politics.
she's a strong woman. Um,
You know, she actually is. You know, that's the funny part. She actually is.
there we
Yeah,
go.
that's another annoying thing. That's always been something in Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's like almost like I almost miss the days when people would be like, "Oh, like yeah, I mean, there's like Leia and Padme, but there are no like strong, you know, like females." And then I would always enjoy them being like, "Oh, so you haven't watched the Clone Wars and know that there's this badass Jedi called Ahsoka Tano?" And then they would always be like, "Well, but it's not in the movies." Like, okay, yeah, just go fuck yourself. Like, yeah.
There was this strong female called Mara Jade in the 1993 Heir to the Empire.
Yeah.
Who married Luke Skywalker. Oh, shocker.
She's not strong anymore. She married a man.
What? What? She's not. God.
But yeah, you know what? Andor.
Andor.
Oh my god.
Okay, I will. See, at one point I wanted to bring up for Andor is like, I very much enjoyed Andor. I will say I think the thing that's just been sort of missing for me in Andor is that sort of thing that Mando at least had for me in season 2 is that sort of, you know, magical side of things. And I get that Andor is completely concentrating on the more gritty side of it, which kind of doesn't make it possible for that sort of magical feel to it. And with magical, I don't even mean Jedi. I just think that, for instance, Rogue One really nailed that in the sense of like even just, you know, the rebels really making that big step. Can you stop that now? Making that big step towards fighting the Empire. Like I'm really looking forward to season 2 because of that, because I think that's where it's going to happen.
But,
Like where we're gonna see that.
but also the reason why we don't see much magical sense is that this is a time where the Jedi have been wiped out for 14 years, and no one really talks about that. And this is it's a story of the regular people standing up. Like there's no longer the monks to save you. No, these wizards are not here to save you anymore. And I think that the Force is too much of an easy cop out for normal people to go, oh, you know, this guy's got the Force, he can deal with it. where this whole series was about normal people dealing with the struggles of oppression and why did they build a rebellion? Because at the end of the day, the Civil War is split into two. It's Sith versus Jedi, and then the people versus the Empire as a structure as a whole. Like not everyone, the Jedi were easily wiped out because people thought they were too dogmatic and didn't actually support the people anymore. So the people were happy for them to disappear and forget about them to make their lives a lot easier, in their opinion.
You can tell you're the son of an Imperial.
I just like the idea that we watch Revenge. You watch Revenge of the Sith. Yoda and Obi-Wan are the last two Jedi, like what the Jedi are supposed to be. They're off looking after Luke or gone to meditate and hide away. Now it's up to the regular people to stand up against this regime that's there.
Yeah, I'm also one though where I'm like, those are the characters they showed on screen, but there were literally thousands of Jedi spread throughout the galaxy. So I'm fine with there being other people that come into play.
Yeah, I just found that the universe was getting too small by going, oh look, here's another surviving Jedi. As like this is all we're going to show you. I was like, finally we get something that's like expands the universe, makes the universe feel big again. Like they're not just bumping into Jedi everywhere they go.
I feel like they could. I feel like they could actually, get something positive out of showing some Jedi survive Order 66 for whatever reason. Like if it's like actually being skilled enough to defend off however many clone troopers are there, or maybe there are no clone troopers in that specific moment around, and that's why they got away.
That's the whole point of the Dark Times flashback that Cassian has, is to show you like the Republic comes.
Yes, you didn't let me finish. I was going to come to that. I think an interesting side to that would be showing everything that the Empire did post Order 66 to ensure that still, some of those surviving Jedis still, even after avoiding Order 66, fell into different traps. Like, for instance, Dark Lords, they were, sending distress signals not only from the temple, but also from just random ships they put into, a specific space, and gave it the code of surviving Jedi, and literally what they had in Rebels too.
We just watched.
Right. Yeah. So, I would really want to see that kind of stuff, seeing how dangerous it is was, specifically right after Order 66 for any Jedi that survived, because there were still so many traps the Empire laid for them.
Yeah, but didn't we technically get that story in Fallen Order? Not
really. From one person's perspective.
Yeah, but we can't keep going over the same. Oh, someone who survived from Order 66.
The galaxy's big, though.
It's concentrating on. I know the galaxy's big, but we're concentrating on always a survivor of Order 66. This is one thing. Even though I've been pushing against the Acolyte, interestingly enough, to go and see Jedi actually functioning. We've had a whole series based on Obi-Wan in the desert after Order 66. We've also had Jedi Fallen Order. Or Padawan be one.
Yeah. Hey, Pada, no worries. Next time, if you just know that you're running late or you're not gonna make it, just let me know before the stream starts. That would be nice. But hey, no worries.
But yeah, I'm happy that we're moving away from. So even if I would be happy if we got a Quinlan Boss movie, but again, it's we need to stick Darth Vader in there. It'll be Inquisitors chasing after them, and I'm like, we had that with Rebels as well. We've had another survivor of Order 66 being chased down by the Empire. I'm just.
That's why it's nice we have all the options now.
That's what I mean. We've got a variety, and we're going to get it with Jar Jar Binks with Ahmed Best's Jedi character.
Yeah, which I would really like to see sort of where that goes, because I mean I don't think Kelleran is gonna make it too far post Order 66. I think there's going to be something that happens. But to Stanley's point, I mean that is also true. I mean there are definitely just by how those characters talk, like there aren't that many Jedi around. I mean obviously.
That once again, though, you're looking at what a single individual said. Ahsoka saying there are none left. Has she literally been to every planet in the galaxy?
Yeah, but
Yes.
but again, it's the whole. You have to get to the point in Return of the Jedi where Luke, when Yoda says, "You are the last of the Jedi, will you be?"
He's
And if
not
we keep having
truly, though.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the issue that we've got to now, where it's like we need to stick more survivors, and it cuts it down. That's the whole point of Luke's in Return of the Jedi, was to be the redemption for the Jedi. But if there's more out there, then you would go, why did they not band together at some point? Had 20 years to do it.
Because the Empire was too big and they weren't ready.
Well, the Empire was still expanding, but it never conquered the whole galaxy.
That's why I figured they were hiding in the parts of the galaxy that the Empire still hadn't taken over completely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is the whole reason why, the new creators are definitely, taking their freedom with, well, the galaxy is so big. But I mean, from at least what George's original sort of story told, I mean, he even like sort of said it in interviews or comments, like, yeah, at that point, like, really, most of the Jedi are dead at that point. I don't think he ever said that that Yoda and Obi-Wan are the last, or slash with Luke are the last ones. I don't think he even actually ever said that, but I do think he said like most of the Jedi are dead at this point.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
This sticker has got R2D2 and C3PO on the holographic. Same as in
Oh, so like in
movies.
the actual set, or like the actual
Wow.
film set.
Yep.
That's cool.
The original one also has that hieroglyphic sticker as well. But yeah, okay, I might have very strong opinions upon. That's why I just loved Andor, because I was like, finally we get a story which is about the original people. It's just the
Of
ordinary
course,
people in the
Andor.
galaxy. But also,
Oh
we
no,
got
Pada, what did
hints
you do to yourself? I know.
We got hints to the Force with the Sky Kyber crystal and the Temple Guard boss. Like, it isn't forgotten in the series. And it's also just nice that after having Kenobi, like, we had a Jedi focused series that's expand that era instead of focusing, we're going to focus on another Jedi survivor.
With Mandalorian's about a Mando.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know, I feel like we're getting plenty of variety.
Yep.
And they just keep expanding, because now we're going to get a Sith show too.
Which technically could break canon if they have a Sith fight the Jedi and that Jedi survives. Because the Sith didn't reveal themselves until the Phantom Menace.
Yeah, that's once again taking dialogue for exactly what they're saying, though, too.
That's
no, I mean,
all we
Nick,
got.
no. What what Nick is saying, I mean, he's right on that one. All Nick is saying that like there can be a fight between a Sith and a Jedi. The Jedi is just not ever allowed to be able to report that to the Jedi Temple.
Or he does and they ignore it, like they have many times.
But they didn't ignore Qui-Gon.
Okay, that's a good point. Or you then explain, like, sort of like a Jedi that would be in charge being like, oh no, like I can't, reveal like that the Sith were allowed to come back. Like we need to keep
what
that a
proof do
secret.
you have?
Right, yeah, or
like
something like that. Yes, but like
I lost an arm. Is that not enough?
yes.
I lost both my legs.
Really? Yeah. Well,
I wasn't
mean,
doing lightsaber training in the temple with Anakin. Okay, it was. I bumped
I mean,
into this
that's
horny
really
guy.
something that should be, should be obvious for really all of the Star Wars shows. Like, I mean, obviously it needs to work into canon. I think there's
Well,
no
that and the
real
time
argument
period
there.
they're covering will be before the Rule of Two anyway, so I don't understand why it would be
No,
an
they'll have the
issue.
Rule of Two. The Rule
Yeah.
of
Bane is the one that starts the Rule of Two.
Two. Yeah, Bane starts the
Yeah,
Rule of Two. Like
And this is before that.
no, it's not. It's about 100 years before.
The Acolytes, there's still multiple dark side users though.
Dark side users, not Sith.
No, we don't
I
know.
think they just adopt some.
Yeah,
Acolyte takes place 100 years before the Phantom
before
Menace.
the
where,
Phantom Menace.
Bane's Rule of Two was 2,000 years ago, 1,000 years ago, a millennia.
Okay, so then it could still easily be Sith, but a fractured portion of it.
Well,
Just
as I
like
said,
how in the Bane books I'm reading right now, he's even running into remnant Sith believers.
like the Knights of like technically the Knights of Ren are dark side followers, and the Sith cultists on Exegol. You can have dark side users that just can't cast themselves as actual real Sith.
I mean,
Technically, the Rule of Two is
they
broken
can
in.
believe they're Sith if they want. They're just not part of that Sith lineage that we're thinking of.
Well, that's
what
what I'm
I'm
saying.
saying.
It's in the sense they're not true. Like Plagueis and Tenebrous would be the real Sith at the time.
Yeah, it's all according to their own beliefs, though. That's what I'm saying. Like they could believe they're Sith, and to them they are Sith.
But I'm also thinking as well, Cody, is in the sense you've got the general public, and you don't want to confuse the general public and go, these are Sith as well. And people go, whoa, 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 whoa! I thought the Rule of Two exists. Like you're confusing me. You're hurting my brain. Because again,
I don't care about the general public. I'm talking
know-
about.
I know you don't care about the general public, but that's what the 4 quadrants that Disney has to cater to.
Well, that seems like when they cater that quadrant is what makes everyone upset.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's what they do.
I mean, Pat, I wouldn't really go too far as saying that, because the Rule of Two is literally name dropped in the original 6 movies. So, I mean, I guess they could change about, Darth Bane being the creator, but I mean, the Rule of Two in itself is a set thing.
Yeah, but even then, at the point when he created it, other Sith could have splintered off and done their own things,
Well,
and had their own Sith in quotation marks.
Well, in
They're all
in the Plagueis novel, Tenebrous had 5 apprentices, including Plagueis, and they were there to test Plagueis if he could carry on the Rule of Two. That's the whole point. Tenebrous trained them in the Sith way.
Yeah. Plus, it's also like between all the different novels and stuff, it's completely believable to me that some of the Sith would not follow the rules somewhere in the middle of that timeline.
Well, I mean, one person who did was Darth Maul. Like Darth Maul existing after the Phantom Menace, and Dooku was a Sith Lord, and that's why Sidious
They
turns
got
around
that
to him and
smart
goes,
turn Sith assassin, also for Ventress.
That was more by circumstance. I'm talking about intentionally, at some point.
And also, it's called Acolyte, and acolytes of the followers of the Sith ways. So,
Yeah, I mean, Avila also said that they weren't saying like it's gonna be Sith centered, it's gonna be dark side centered, which could just simply evade to followers of the Sith.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least within the novels, I mean, the Sith are way bigger than just, okay, a Darth, a Master and an Apprentice. There's all kinds of different levels to the caste system, just like reflecting some modern day issues, where there are lower or lesser Sith that have less Force affinity. They're just given lesser roles. So I'd be fine with even getting to see some of that, like an Old Republic or something. Would be nice.
I don't know. Like, I mean, in the Old Republic, you can have multiple Sith in the days of the Old Republic,
Yeah.
and that's what I believe they're going to be setting up. Is we will get that Jedi versus Sith visual that we've always wanted in live action. I think after the James Mangold movie, that will be what lines up. I think in the James Mangold movie as well, we will see with the Dawn of the Jedi will also be the dawn of the dark side.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
gonna.
of course, yeah. Where there is light, there is darkness.
And also in the novels, the Sith are banished Jedi. That's where they came from.
Yeah, but what I want to see also along those lines is if there's just like real world religion, there's all these different interpretations, and I
Mhm.
want to see the other dark side interpretations. They don't have to be literal Sith.
Oh yeah, that's what we're going to probably see in the Acolyte. I was just saying that they can't be true Sith because at the end of the day, that is the rule of two. And Plagueis
Well, I mean,
will
true Sith were an actual species. Like that would be something that we could see in Dawn of the Jedi, not the Acolyte.
yeah.
Just
you'll
like
see
the
that.
true Mandalorians, truth Sith is always in quotations. There's no.
Well, no. Well, true Sith in that sense
It's a
means it's
lineage.
actually
That's all it
the
is.
name of a species, like that was
No, I
actually
know the
called the Sith.
species.
Yeah.
I'm referring to what Nick's saying, where it's true Sith is still just what they believe. Because Bane was with the Sith and decided, well, I think the Sith have gone astray, so I'm just going to cull the Sith and restart with my beliefs. But that doesn't, to me, make him true. It just means that he started his lineage
Yeah,
that ends with the rule of two in Palpatine.
I'm missing the brick.
What? Missing the brick?
But I want to see some of those other beliefs from that time period that splinter off and then continue down the line.
Yeah,
Kind of like how we might get in Ahsoka with the two orange
with
saber
Balin
people.
and I can't remember her other name. I can't remember the female dark side user.
Yeah, I'm excited for that though, to get more of that kind of stuff, because that's the stuff that we've had plenty of in the novels, but we, barely ever get anything like that in the broader
Yeah.
storytelling.
I will say
Guys,
though, if we get to that sort of point of like, even the High Republic or the Old Republic especially, if they're making live action content there where we see lightsaber users, I don't want to hear any more excuses on why, they shouldn't be learning these really in-depth lightsaber battles. Like get Nick Gillard or someone like Nick Gillard back in there, because there will be no excuse for those fights not to be insane.
yeah. Guys, unfortunately, I've got to go for
Yep.
dinner. So
Yeah, no worries.
I have
You
to
said
leave.
that. Yeah. Hey, awesome that you could stop by.
No problem. I mean, I didn't finish the tomb, and I'm missing the corner piece for one of the dog
Definitely
statues.
check the bag. I also almost forgot one piece in one of the bags.
Yeah, I was just going through them, but I've got them all here. I don't see any brick in them. I don't know if it's just fallen on the floor or. Oh.
You better finish that later and send us a picture.
Oh, I will. Oh, there it is. I found it. It was underneath my Easter egg wrapper. Oh, damn. Anyway, it's good seeing you guys. I will speak to you later.
Hell yeah.
See ya.
Take care.
Bye.
My Razor Crest is coming together.
Yeah, I mean,
The frame's all here.
it's sort of, it's got some accents.
And see the frame and see some of the inside.
Yep. Percy says it's also just that the Jedi that think the Sith are gone in the prequels, at the very least. Yes, of course. And I mean, we also know that obviously at least Plagueis and Palpatine obviously were around at that point, so it was really more the Sith were clouding the Jedi's judgment, or their awareness for the dark side.
Yeah. And like I said, it doesn't even have to be the same Sith lineage as Bane's,
Right.
the Ins and Palpatines. I'm saying other spin-off beliefs, either on the dark side or light side, or somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, Yeah, exactly. I mean, since they said like dark side users, or not even users, but darks, it's covering the dark side. We could literally just see, sort of quote unquote Sith assassins, but not really with actual Sith powers. Maybe just slightly, gifted with Force sensitivity. But they're using like your normal blasters or whatever, but they're like sort of affiliated, but at the same time not really. Yeah, but yeah.
They
What
could
else?
even have, Force abilities. It doesn't mean that they're of the Sith religion.
Yeah. We will see. I mean, the trailer that we got to see was definitely intriguing. There was some stuff that looked pretty cool. I mean, obviously it was just a teaser trailer, so that they didn't give away really much at all. But for what it was, it actually looked fairly promising. So definitely still excited for that. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm slowly but surely starting to build the actual side panels for Cody.
I'm about to put together IG-11.
You want that one? You're not downloading that on that one. Yeah. Villa's wrecking mayhem in the background. Okay, wait. What is this? Ah. Yeah, I mean, we're probably gonna end it at the 2-hour mark. And then, yeah, because I'm also planning, so, I mean, since also Arjun didn't make it today, unfortunately, and the Legend actually also has a helmet set to build, so we're definitely gonna do another Talking Breaks rather soon. So, yeah, this time there won't be such a big break in between streams, so. Did you see the extended Ahsoka trailer with the what's the E-Wing from the EU? I must say, we saw the extended trailer for Ahsoka, and I did not notice the E-Wing, I must admit. We did, though, very much see the clear face of Thrawn with Lars playing him, so that was pretty exciting. But yeah, I did not notice that, I must say. Oh yeah, Percy. I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's not like they couldn't be. They couldn't. It's not like they could not have stayed unnoticed. Definitely.
There's also just so many parts of the galaxy that we've never seen on screen. So that's
Yeah.
why it's like, yeah, the galaxy seems small, but there's so much of it we haven't gone to either.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's really up to the filmmakers, so to speak, to showing us
Yeah.
that, because if they're just continuing to show the things we know, then I agree with Nick. Then it just inevitably feels small.
I still can't agree though, because of the fact that they put out maps showing us how big the galaxy is.
Well, yeah, but knowing how big the galaxy is and not showing how big the galaxy is are two different things in my mind. At least when it comes to the visual media in terms of movies and shows.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they just have not showed a lot of that stuff.
There's just been a lot of times where we do see holo maps and we do see how large the galaxy is, how many planets there are. So I feel like it exists within the universe, that it's huge.
Well,
And
it
there's
exists
places we haven't
within
been.
the universe, of course. What Nick is more talking about, that all the stories that actually we see unravel on screen don't happen in a lot of different locations.
Yeah, I get
I
that.
think that's all
It doesn't change to me though that those places could have stuff we're unaware of.
Yep, well, that's more than fair, but more than fair.
Because the books, I mean, there's so many other places that the books go to that the movies, the shows have never gone to, or never
Yeah.
shown as in depth. And then same with the video games. I feel like when you look at all those as a whole, you're like, okay, this galaxy's huge.
To Stanley's, yeah, I remember that. The speeder bike also just looked very Rebels. Okay, so, well, I at least know the ship, sort of the scene, but I don't remember the ship exactly. Oh gosh, we need justice for Bothans.
Yeah, those poor Bothans. They
Yeah,
need the
true.
revenge. The Bothan revenge.
It's funny because apart from some art, we don't actually have an official look for Bothans. Like, I mean, we have the sort of the Boffins from Battlefront 2, but since that is not really canon, um,
Well, I'll
yeah,
tell
it's
you
sort of
this. I saw them once strike, and they're really ugly, so you don't want to see them.
many Boffins died.
It wasn't a big loss. Uh, imagine if they all looked like original Chewbacca, like Zeb, but uglier.
Oh, but unhaired. Gosh, that would be frightening. That would be frightening.
Yeah, it's a disturbing piece of art.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I think I will manage to finish this step. Alright. JT was also saying the Yuzhang Vong are a crucial enemy in many EU medias, but I think I want to see them live action because they're so OP. Wait, did he say? No, you want to see them. They're so OP they could be downscaled. Oh, you mean, okay. So kind
Those are
of,
some good enemies.
yeah. Well, I feel like the same way, like, people need to understand that for certain medias, things will be shown in a different way. For instance, like, a character in a Star Wars game that you play will never be. I mean, it also sort of depends on what the layout of the game is. But if you're playing someone like Starkiller, like you're not like that character in like an actual Star Wars media will never be this powerful.
And it won't
Actually, this is
translate the exact same.
yeah, exactly. But that's also why I always don't understand when people are like, "Oh, they can't bring Starkiller in because he would be so powerful." Like, dumbass, obviously they would have to adjust it to like live action or like a show, a movie. I don't get why people don't understand that there are differences in media,
I would
especially
be
in Star
fine
Wars.
with the adjustment too, just to get to
Yeah,
see some of those things actually come together.
yeah. Like, yeah. I mean, even just going from stuff you see in comics to then seeing them in shows, like the powers that they show are so frequently different in scale. Like there's just a difference in media, yeah. So I really don't understand why there should be any problem with, for instance, bringing someone like Starkiller into current canon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The freaking, I mean, jetpack fighting that we just saw, I feel like is a great example of something that we've always seen in other Star Wars media, and we finally
Right.
got it in live action, and it
Yeah.
translated as well as I could have ever expected it to,
Yeah.
to see,
No, that was definitely a good example. Yeah.
and just to see Mando's straight up aerial combat, punching, kicking, stabbing.
Yeah.
That's something that
Getting
we've
stabbed by
only
the dark
seen.
saber midair.
Yeah, that scene alone right there, that's one of my favorites. Just because that's like watching straight up Clone Wars brought to life.
Yeah.
So it's just really cool when you see like some of those novel aspects come into the shows. I don't know. I think that's why I enjoyed season 3, even some of the sillier parts, because it feels like some of the novel stuff. Like the cloning Moff Gideon and stuff like that. That's straight up something that I would expect a Imperial warlord to do in one of the novels.
Yeah. Yes. Luke described in the EU is nothing like we've seen before. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously it goes in, well, if you're going by also where we know sort of in current canon where Luke ends up, it's quite different. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I feel like we're all like if you want a healthy attitude towards Star Wars, you're just pick and choosing what you like because like just the first, 6 movies and like Clone Wars and all that stuff, like that's obviously the the base, the source of Star Wars. Everything else is really whatever you like, pick and choose. Otherwise you're just not going to be happy.
Yeah.
If you have an issue with some of the other stuff.
I like that though, that we have enough variety now that, okay, if I don't want to watch this, I'll just straight up skip it because it's not the tone I want or the genre I want.
Yeah.
But there's enough offerings within Star Wars to do that, rather than me just getting on Netflix or some streaming service and going, well, what tone or genre do I feel like watching? Because sometimes something a little more tense and serious, so there's Andor. Other times I'm like, I want to watch the typical fairy tale ending, where you know what to expect. Throw on Mando.
Yep.
That's why I'm like, man, I want to see. I'll be so excited when they finally bridge the gap to like something horror oriented within Star Wars.
I know that Avelo's not gonna watch that.
I'll be excited because the novels that have done it have all been really good.
Wait. Oh, it's the other. What is it? The other? Oh, it's the other way around. That is so weird how they explained that step. Okay, that's.
And this Razor Crest is really coming together now. Look at that. Just got this platform up here snapped on.
Yeah.
Starting to at least be able to see the skeleton of it.
Yeah. I mean, JT also just put it in the chat what you were sort of talking about, like the zombie outbreak.
Yes, that would be freaking awesome. Even just getting to see, like, just like how in the book, it's a single Star Destroyer that's infected, but the people get on it and they're like,
Yeah.
crap, we're on a Star Destroyer, this humongous Imperial ship just full of Imperial zombies.
Yeah. Actually, I just I mean, yes, that would like fit into the horror film. I just realized I read it wrong though. He was more talking about like the Yuzhang Vong taking on sort of a role, like it's almost, he was sort of explaining it like almost like in real life, if a zombie outbreak would happen in real life, like all wars would stop. Kind of
Yeah, it's a
making it
uniting factor.
right, yeah, like having like Imperial remnants and the New Republic working together, yeah.
Yeah, against the bigger threat. Like
Right.
Watchmen. I mean, that's pretty much the whole point of the original Watchmen. Is just Dr. Manhattan making himself a villain to unite the world instead of letting them fight each other.
What? Oh no, we've reached the 2-hour mark. Well, I will finish this bag.
Well, I'm kind of having one of those Wolf of Wall Street moments where I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna stop. I don't think I'm leaving.
Yeah.
You got me on a roll. You can't get me this hyped up and rolling through it and then stop me. Yeah.
Well, I mean, good on you. I'm not going to try and stop you.
Good. I wouldn't let you. I tell you have to get on a long ass flight, and by the time you get here, it's gonna be done.
You would be done. They would have built like 3 Razor Crests already.
That'd be so funny though.
Like coming there, I'm here to stop you, and there's just a fleet of Razor Crests waiting, already like done and built.
That or I'm waiting by the door just with the very last piece, and I just click it on right as
You're
I
just
see you.
waiting to put it.
Right as you come around the corner, I just click the last piece on.
Yeah, and it's just that really satisfying like click, like really audible. Yes. All right, I'll book my flight right now.
Oh no, I better get to work.
Alright. Okay. Okay, and that comes on that side.
Razor Crest build's been fun so far. Not too bad.
Ooh, nice. Alright. Yeah, I mean, slowly but surely you can tell that it's becoming a helmet. Alright. Huh? Uh, yeah, that's a good idea. That's content right there. Get first class plane tickets, get a personal desk, and then do a talking brick stream 40k feet in the air. Yep. That's a good idea. Yeah.
I'm gonna put this thing on display, Percy, man. I'm gonna get the Wicked Brick display case to keep it in.
Yeah,
So
I
I don't
was
have to
just
worry
about
about
to
it.
say, Percy's warning you that thing has a tendency to crash or get blown up.
Oh no. I'm gonna keep it safe. Put it in a nice little case where it can't move.
Yeah,
Can't fall
like
apart.
always gotta watch out for those light cruisers in orbit.
Yeah, I don't want to get blown up again.
Mhm.
They're putting it all back together.
Yeah. Hopefully Matt is not sending the Imperial fleet.
He better not.
Alright. Mm. Okay.
It's a weird piece. I'd never seen this piece before until now.
Oh, yeah, that's usually a piece they are using for the minifigure, like the collectible minifigures, like to stand on. Sort of. I think for a
Oh.
long time it was only used for that, but yeah, more recently they've been using it for paneling as well.
Yeah, because they just had me using 4 of them, and I was like, wow, never seen that piece before.
Yeah. I don't know. Alright. Backdoor falls off the Razor Crest just by the weight of sitting there. I recommend an extra connection or display it with the back open. Oh, really? I didn't really have that problem with mine. Oh, What if you're building and there's a turbulence on the plane? Yeah, that would be, well, that would be content. Then you're just searching for the pieces that are like scattered all over the floor.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, would not recommend.
That's gonna be your next nightmare, Strike.
Oh god, no.
You on a
No.
plane trying to find all your pieces.
Like that movie is gonna be called Legos on a Plane. Okay, yeah, I'm almost done with this step. Okay. Oh, no. Shit. I threw a piece. No, where is it? Oh, there it is. I got it. Alright. Okay. Where's that one going? They might go to somewhere there. Okay, I still have some ominous Lego pieces that I have not built into anything yet. Okay, so you put that there. Okay. Yes, alright. So we're just building some stuff on the visor. Yeah, I mean, slowly but surely you can actually tell that it's supposed to be a clone. Or something like that. Okay, but these pieces are... Yeah, I think I forgot to put a piece somewhere. This piece is just missing, or just left over. But I'm not seeing like any gaps anywhere, so hopefully it wasn't too important. Yeah, that wouldn't be great if I had to go back and like find the place where that... Oh, wait, I have an idea. Is it this maybe? I might have found it. I think it was on the back. Yeah, okay. So it was here on the back, right here. That's where that piece was going, so nothing bad. Yes. I gotta get some work done. Have fun building, boys. See ya, Strike, Maul, Vela, if she's still there. Yeah, she's still here. She's lurking. She's a bit bored, but we're finishing it now. No, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Always good to see you in the chat. But yes, I think that's gonna be it for today. If that thing will go up.
And one more stream, so hopefully the PC will work.
Yeah, we still have a stream on her channel later today. Yeah. Right. Well, so my progress so far is that I've come this far. So we got like the dome done, except for the fin. The fin is still missing. We got some accents of the visor. Avela finished the R2D2 and the Wicket brick heads. Very cute.
Yes.
Yeah, good job. Maul did some really good progress on the Razor Crest. I mean, if we're looking at that, yeah. I mean, you're really just gonna be busy with like the cockpit. Cockpit is probably gonna be the main thing, and then just paneling, like on the sides and everything.
Yeah.
You know? So I think overall, pretty good progress on all ends. I'm gonna actually resist and gonna build this on the next Talking Bricks that we're gonna have rather soon, where we're gonna hopefully have Arjun on, who actually bought a set extra for the stream, but he wasn't feeling too well. So much love to him, and hopefully he'll be on next time. I mean, Cody, we'll see if you either still got something to build or have something new to build at that point.
I'll have other stuff to build because I'll be done with
Okay.
this.
Yeah, sounds good. But yeah, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. We've had at least 4 people consistently in the chat. Really appreciate you guys. Yeah, sorry about the technical difficulties earlier. My PC just hates me. So yeah. But yeah, I will put everyone who was on, I will put the links in the description after the stream, so make sure to show some love, check it out. And who do we have here? Charlie, you literally came in here when we were about to end. Much love, brother. Yeah, definitely. This was a good one, so I think it'll be worth rewatching. So yeah. Maul, thank you for joining me. Avela,
Yeah.
thank you for doing such a good job at building those bridges.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Also much love to Nick, who managed to come on here, and yeah. All right. Well, that is it. See you on the next one, and yeah, take care.